Welcome back to Dragon Ball Z's review. Regarding Gohan's training, Piccolo previously emphasized that the brat must be able to survive alone for 6 months. Well, for other children, that would be impossible, but fortunately, as a Saiyan descendant, he already has a good foundation. Unexpectedly, Gohan was able to get through it very well. He even managed to escape by utilizing his strength and brains. Regarding Gohan's escape, he had indeed successfully entered the mainland. He even had the chance to interact with the other children during that incident. Even more amazingly, Gohan was standing right in front of his house. At first glance, it seemed like he was really going to return. But friends, there was a small urge in his heart to not do that.
To prepare for the Saiyans, to fight, and to beat them.
Well, the desire to return to Chi-Chi was indeed just the culmination of the child's longing, but the current situation really couldn't be anticipated by a gentle heart and soul. Gohan had felt firsthand how terrifying a Saiyan could be when he arrived. He was even kidnapped and then hurt by his biological uncle. Want to keep acting like a sweet child who doesn't have the responsibility to protect the Earth? No longer possible. Behind great power, there is great responsibility. At least that's what Uncle Ben said.
Thank you, Piccolo. I hope we meet again someday.
So it was because of that reasoning that he finally returned with Piccolo, voluntarily, to the training ground. And as already said, the 6-month survival period had passed. Now the brat had to move on to the next session. What was that? Sparring. Man, this was going to be even more painful.
Good. With an attitude like that, you just might make it. Go!
A little boy is now being trained hard by his father's arch-enemy. Can he put up a fight? Don't even dream. After all, Piccolo is a fighter who has trained for a long time and even managed to kill Goku. This sparring seems like torture, not training. But that's how it has to be, guys. If all you think about is justice, well, Gohan being beaten by Piccolo is not up to their respective levels. But remember, the Earth will not be the same after the two Saiyans come. They, the future enemies, will not want to know about justice or anything like that. They are aliens who are ready with all kinds of bad intentions and could even destroy the planet itself. So, compared to them, Piccolo's treatment to Gohan is far, far lighter. Hang in there, Gohan. See ya.
Now Gohan has done a hard training by fighting Piccolo. He won't win anyway, but this is very important for his development. And Piccolo also thinks he is worthy as a punching bag, guys. Yeah, keep up the spirit, Gohan. After all, the Saiyan lineage will still give its own surprises.
Try again.
And speaking of surprises, they are still coming. Precisely at night when Gohan himself didn't expect what would happen. Suddenly, he accidentally saw the full moon shining very brightly in the sky. Hey, wasn't Piccolo destroying the moon before? Correct. And it's not the real thing, but a projection of Goku's pod.
All life forms. Wake up, Piccolo.
Alright guys, what happened in episode 18 of Dragon Ball Z? It turns out that the space pod that Goku used to ride is in Piccolo and Gohan's training area. This filler seems quite forced because it should be around Mount Paozu. Yeah, so let's just say this is really just a side story. Because one day, Goku's former space pod will be none of Piccolo's business.
Wake up, Kakarot. Destroy all life forms.
What's more interesting is that the space pod the Saiyans are riding can project a moon complete with Blutz beams. Man, this is a full nutritional intake for them. Even though they don't have a tail, it will magically grow back. It happened to Goku in the Tenkaichi tournament, and now Gohan in this filler episode. Then what was the effect after Gohan saw the fake full moon? Damn it, it's still the same. Yeah, he experienced an immediate increase in power accompanied by a loss of self-control. This was immediately felt by Piccolo, and maybe because the Blutz wave that Gohan received was only from a projection, he still had a little time to stay in human form, while not immediately turning into a Great Ape. Now Gohan has become a fierce little kid who can't control himself. Even Piccolo is starting to get overwhelmed by him, guys. It looks like this is a spar with a brat who suddenly gets stronger, and the danger is even more than that. The Blutz waves are still emitting, so Gohan can also become the Great Ape as soon as possible. Once again, Piccolo gets a surprise here. See ya!
Gohan!
Welcome back to Dragon Ball Z's review. Piccolo didn't expect that around their training ground there was an X-space pod that Goku used to ride. Well, no one would have expected this. In fact, this actually seems like a plot hole with a forced filler episode. Anyway, the point is that the space pod ended up creating a projection of the moon in the sky, and that's where Gohan was affected. Seeing the bad situation of the moon projection affecting Gohan, Piccolo put up a fight. Amazingly, the brat who was previously tortured is now able to fight his master. Man, it took more effort for this. Piccolo unleashed a big attack, hoping Gohan would immediately faint. But unfortunately, the opposite happened, guys. Finally, the Blutz beam from the moon projection reacted fully, and Gohan transformed into the Great Ape. Dragon Ball Z, Episode 18. This is just a filler, but this is also the time when Gohan transforms into the Great Ape for the second time. The cause is a wave of Blutz rays emitted from the moon projection that came out through Goku's space pod. Now Piccolo has another chance to fight the monster, but what happened? He can't, guys. His power is still not enough. Imagine, a hybrid Saiyan kid can cause so much damage. What about those who will come later?
That should take care of you for a while, because I'm getting too old for this kid.
Piccolo still can't defeat Great Ape Gohan. If things like this continue, then the Earth will be destroyed before Nappa and Vegeta arrive. And then, luckily here, finally he can see the cause of the moon projection appearing in the sky. Piccolo sees Goku's space pod.
Wake up, Kakarot. Destroy all life forms.
Indeed, the terrifying thing about Saiyans is not just their power, but also their advanced technology that is well utilized to support battles. Children who are not very strong can be made into terror immediately. Imagine! And Piccolo didn't want to delay any longer. He destroyed the space pod. This way he could eliminate the moon for the second time, guys, and Gohan returned to his original state.
Sleep well, Gohan. You'll need it.
Man, Goku's space pod was destroyed by Piccolo, and Gohan is back to normal. Again, this filler episode can't be used for the next story, because Goku needs the pod to go to planet Namek, and the place where it was found wasn't Piccolo and Gohan's training area, but Mount Paozu as usual. Okay, but at least this is an entertaining additional story to see Gohan's development.